Well, we're doing another range test today, and here's my lane again. 100 yards. Doing another K31 range test, and this is what we're working on today. Might as well get some video of it. This is a later K31. I can't remember exactly how late. I think this is a 1945. So this is but it's Beechwood Stock. It's came out very nice. Of course, the Beechwood, as usual, because of the blonde coloring, some of the discolorations are just part of the wood, but in actuality the stock is rock solid. It really doesn't have any damage or anything, no cracks, no chips. And this particular one, I got it, and the bluing was good enough on it that I retained the original bluing. I just kind of touched it up in a couple of places, but it came out pretty good, I think. And but we're going to give it a little range test today. I've not shot this before. I've gone through it, done what I do to it. The only thing that I have not done to it is I didn't have it Cerakoted. Like I say, I kept the original bluing on it. As you can see, I've gone through it, and give you guys a look. Let me flip it over here. It is numbers matching. Stock, handguard, bolt sleeve, receiver, barrel, magazine. And I think it all came out pretty well. Here's a look at the bottom side of it. Like I say, it's not perfect. I say the bluing on it was good enough that I decided to keep the original bluing, which I know some of the folks out there they like them. They like them with the original bluing on them still, but it's so rare that I get to find them that has the bluing that I can keep. But this was one of them. So in light of that, that's why I picked this one up. I figured it would be a good one to go through. But let me turn this thing around and see if we can get some shots of the other side. Here's the left side of it. It all checked real well, cleaned up real nice. As you can see, I still retained all the nice tight sharp lines and edges between the stock and the handguard and the finger mortises. You watch, when you guys are looking online at refinished K31s, that's usually a giveaway to a really crappy job, is these edges are all rounded off, the finger mortises are all washed out from being sanded out, and I'm very picky about that. I go to meticulous lengths to not have that happen. But as you can see, this stock, it isn't perfect. Mechanically it is. It's in superb condition mechanically. It's got some discolorations and a few marks on it from its previous service life. After all, the darn thing is, what, 70 years old or something? But I think it came out pretty well. So hopefully it'll shoot well for me. And it also, apparently at some point in time, this rifle went into private use because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. It's not a real strong stamp on the tang there. But there's a P stamped right there, which indicates that at some point in time in its life it went into private use. Probably from the soldier who originally it was issued to. Hard to say, though. I know a lot of the soldiers that these things were originally issued to in the 30s. Those guys have passed away. You can tell by the if there's a troop tag under the butt plate, it'll put the guy's name, address, and his date of birth on it. And a lot of those guys would be over 100 years old now. But as you can see, I think it came out pretty nice. So anyways, I'm going to have to put my diopter sights on it and see if I can get set up and do some shooting. Okay, here we go, guys. I shoot, first time I fired this, K31. Got done not too long ago going through it. I've done a buy bore sight on it at 100 yards. We'll see how that pans out. I'm going to check Headspace on it too after I fire the first round. I'm going to start with some hand-loaded ammunition, and this stuff happens to be, these are Nosler 168 grain custom competition on top of 44 grains of accurate 2520 commercial brass and CCI bench rest primers. I've shot a few loads of this before. It seemed to shoot pretty good, so let's give it a try here. See where it goes. Like I said, I did a bore sight on this, went through it. It's all really good shape. Excellent barrel. It's a premium Hammerli barrel. Let's throw around in it. See what gives. Sun's a little bit in my face, not too bad though. Fortunately, it's a little bit over onto my right side. Let's take and check the Headspace on that one. I check it with a no-go gauge first to make sure that it's not completely out of spec. This will give me an exact reading of what the Headspace actually is on this particular rifle. And this checks pretty darn good. We got, looks like 1 inch 804. That's good. It's good. I find that to be a pretty much a normal chamber. Sometimes they may go a couple thousandths over, maybe a couple thousandths under, but 1 inch 804 seems to be pretty much the standard that they use on these. Windage is pretty good. It's 1.25 inches left. Low, about 5 inches low. So I'm going to give it some clicks of elevation here. I gave it 16 clicks of elevation up. And let's give it let's give it 4 clicks of windage right. I'm assuming that first shot was a pretty good indicator of where it wants to be. So we'll find out right now. But I'm trying to get it move it up and over just a little bit. Got a nice trigger on it too. That'll do though, you know that. This one's pretty good. Okay, now we're only about 1.25 inches low. About 1 inch left still. Let's give it another 4 clicks up. 5, let's give it 6 clicks up. And let's give it give it 3 more clicks to the right. See if we can get this thing into the 10 ring here without too much messing around. I think that's a good load. It's I'll bet if I put it across the chronograph, it'd give me pretty good velocity too. I can kind of just tell by the feeling of it. It's not too bad. That is touching the orange in the bullseye. I think we found the spot here. Let's see if we can duplicate that. See if we can get another one in the 10 ring. Well, if that's any indication, this could be another short range test. That one is almost exactly through my last shot. That's good, by the way. That one is online, but I pulled it high. Pulled that one high, so we gotta rectify that. See that orange bullseye thumbing its nose at me? That won't stand. Good. That one felt good. That is another bullseye. It's good. I'm almost scaring myself here. What the hell? Let's take one more. See if we can. When it does that, it just gets fun. That is right there. Perfect windage. Top of the 10 ring, just a little bit above my last, my 3 shots are in the bullseye. That's good. This rifle may have a few marks on it, but I damn well wouldn't stand in front of it. I'm going to go down range, cover up my shots I've just taken. I think I'm going to run a little bit GP11 ammunition through it. Let's see how it does with that. So I'll be back. Well, I went down range, cleaned up my target, put my camera down there by the target. Hope it doesn't start raining. It might. It was a little bit drizzly here. But I'm going to see if I can't get 1 or 2 magazines of GP11 ammunition. Run through this thing. See how it shoots with the standard fare, match grade, surplus ammunition. That's kind of an oxymoron. Match grade, surplus ammunition. But that's pretty much what it is. I can't. There's no better accuracy that could be had than this Swiss GP11 stuff. That stuff is amazing. That is dead nuts windage. A little bit higher than my group with the hand loads. So that's been my experience. I think, comparatively speaking, it always seems like the GP11 shoots a little bit higher. It might be because of its very high ballistic coefficient. It's a low drag bullet. So it may be even at 100 yards, it may not drop as much. That is right up there next to my first shot. Good. Looks like it does shoot a little bit higher though. I'll leave it there. That way it doesn't have to start pulling the stickies off I just covered my last holes with. Yep, it's a good little group I got going right there. That is right on top of my last shot. It's good. This is obviously as usual, I get tired of saying it, it's a deadly accurate rifle, but can't say as I've run into a K31 that wasn't yet. I read horror stories online and stuff about people, their K31s are all over the place or whatever, and I just don't understand it because I just don't understand it. I've never had one that probably was not a sub-MOA rifle. I held down a little bit on it. I want to see if I can get one into the orange, and not quite, but pretty darn close. Wondering if I can see the steel post down there well enough to try to shoot some shoot the steel down there. I think I can. I'm going to go and move my camera down range, put my target. I've seen it. This is a rifle. This thing is very, very accurate. Another successful build, I'd say. I'll be back in a minute here. It's not too bad right there, huh? This is the GP11 ammunition. 4 shots. All right there. And then of course the last shot, I was trying to see if I could get a bull out of it. I held down a little bit. I almost got it. Almost got a bullseye. And of course you saw when I sighted it in from a bore sight. That was my first shot off a bore sight with hand-loaded ammunition. Little elevation adjustment. That was my second shot. And then I had 3 of them that went right in the bullseye there. That was good. Real successful test on this thing at 100 yards. Shooting the paper. I think I'm gonna take and see if I can beat that post to submission down there. 200 yards. I think I'll try, maybe even try some hand-loaded ammunition on it. But first, try it with some GP11. Wish me luck. Post is not as easy as you'd think to see. It's 4-inch wide post at 200 yards, and the sun really isn't on it. Matter of fact, the sun is kind of working against me right now on it. So let's see if we can. Let's see if I can ring that post, anyways. Oh yeah. That basically sounded like your dead nuts hit right there. Try it again. Two for two. Oh yeah. Gotta love that sound, huh? See if I can tag the top of it where the vertical and horizontal part of it intersect. Sure sounded like it. One more. Oh yeah. It's 5 for 5, 200 yards post, 4-inch wide. It's good. There you have it. It's my range test on this K31. Serial number 853400. Beautiful. This one came out very, very nice. So, if you guys got any questions or comments, probably put this range test on YouTube, or you can contact me at lencac@hotmail.com. Let me know what you think. Talk to you guys later. Bye.